Hi everyone, welcome to my video. I am going to show you how I do my brows. I look a little weird right now because I have all this makeup on and my brows aren't done. I was practicing some makeup for my live video tonight. So, YOUNIQUE sells a brow palette, and it comes with two shades. So the darker color, which you put on the front, and then, the lighter color that you put on the front, and then the darker brown that goes in the back. And then it also comes with a wax and two highlights. I don't have that palette yet, so I use YOUNIQUE's. I have an eyeshadow in here that works great. It's called Marvelous. Right here. And that's what I have been using for my brows. I do have something I put on them for right now because I don't have the wax. So I'm going to use that, but it's not YOUNIQUE. So I am not going to show you what I'm using for that product. However, I'm going to show you that I will be using this brown for my brow look. But first, I'm going to mark where I'm going to put my brows. So I always start right in here and draw back. And I kind of like put my brow up because I have a lot of like wrinkly loose skin right now. Now that I'm getting older. And it's easier for me to mark how I want my eyebrows to point. So I am going to start right here. This is just a little brush that comes with what I'm using for the moment. And then I'll go into using my eyebrow brush. I was asked to do a brow tutorial. This stuff isn't working for me today. So I'm going to do my best to give you my brow tutorial. And I'm just going to keep building where I want my brow look to go for when I fill in the brows. And then I'm going to bring it down forward. And my brows like stop right here, but I like my brow line to go where it's supposed to go, so I bring it forward. And this part, you don't want it to be too dark. And my brows are different every time I do them. Like, some days I want a point brow, some days I want a thick brow, some days I want a thin brow. It all depends on my mood. So I'm going to take my legit brow brush, and I'm going to take my Marvelous eyeshadow, and I'm going to fill in my brow. Can
you use your computer for the game?
And not right now. And then now I'm doing a video. Could you not? Thank you. And we're going to fill them in. And then I'm going to go forward and without adding more to my brush because I don't want this part.
Mom.
What?
This.
To be thick. Like that. I'm busy, honey. What? Yes. And I'm going to try and darken up the end a little bit. I'm going in and just dabbing my brush. I'm not using a whole lot because you see a little bit of product goes a long way. So there is one brow. And they come out different every time. Some days, you know, some days they're more square than others. Some days they're thicker than others. But I have not much of a brow. So I like to make sure I am doing my brow. So I'm going to go on to the other side. And I'm going to start right here. And it's always harder to do the other one because you have to get it to match. No. And I'm going to bring it back. And just make sure I have a baseline to go to. This stuff is colored, but because I only have shadow and I don't have a wax right now, I kind of use this before the shadow. Even though the shadow works as is, I just am used to doing it this way.
Mom, how short this?
So we're going to bring it forward.
Mom, how short?
And I'm not going to color that front end. That front piece is going to wait until I use the shadow. I feel like I have a lot going on. It's very rare I get to do this without any children, so excuse my children, per usual. Alright, so I think I pretty much have it. And then now I'm going to go in with my shadow. I'm not doing a live video, I'm recording.
Mom, this is
And then now I'm going to go in with the shadow. And I'm going to fill in my brow. And I'm just going to work it forward without adding any more shadow to my brush. Because I do not want the front of my brows dark. Because then that just looks ridiculous. Fill it in. And then I see a little bald spot over here, so I'm going to fill that in. And sometimes your brows aren't going to look perfect. They're not going to look identical. That's okay. That's the beauty of being a human.
Mom,
And then there is your brows. That quick. Thanks for watching.